Hey everybody, this is Phil from Thought. I wanted to take a little time to show a little tutorial about installing our native wallet on a Windows machine. So to start off, where do you get our native wallet? Well, a couple of ways you can get to it. If you go to our website at thought.live, you'll notice there's a nice big wallet button right here. Um, Another way you can find it is through our Discord. If you're on our Discord, there is a channel called Official Links, and you'll notice here is the link to our GitHub. If you are not on our Discord and you are installing a wallet and interacting with Thought, you should get on our Discord. Our Discord is the best place to find support information. If you're having any issues, you have any questions, we have a really helpful community out there that can answer questions, can help you through any issues you might be having. And you know, if it's an emergency, I'm also usually watching that Discord and can help out. So whichever way you get to it, we're going to go here to the button on our GitHub repository, Thought Network's GitHub, the Thought Wallet repository. You'll notice links to various operating systems. We want the Windows one, and we click on that. It gives us several choices, the Win32 and the Win64 versions of the Windows Wallet. You're going to want the Win64. There are very few computers anymore running Win32. So if we click on that one, it'll take us to this page, and you got to go over here to this little download raw file button. And you click on that, and you will get a download. And that is our setup. If you open the setup, you will get a big purple screen. Why do you get the big purple screen? Because if the app isn't signed by a publisher, um, the Windows Defender will say, we don't recognize the publisher of this app, and so we're going to block it. Uh, why does it do that? Well, because we have not registered with Microsoft as a publisher yet. Um, we have to pay Microsoft for that, and we have just not done it yet. So you'll get this. You click on the more info, and it gives you the nice button that says run anyway. You click on that. Of course, your computer will ask you for permission, and you say yes, and you get the installer. Put this out of the way. There we go. So we click next to start the installation. It's going to ask where to install it. Putting it in program files is a perfectly valid choice. If you have other needs and need to put it somewhere else, you can change it here, but we'll just take the default. Going to ask what start menu folder to put it in. I'm going to let it create one called ThoughtCore. Again, just taking the default, click install, and it will extract the files. Doesn't take long. We click next to come to the finish screen with a little checkbox to say run ThoughtCore. We want it to do that, so I'm going to click finish, and we have the wallet attempting to sync. Looks a little funny on this screen. I have a weird resolution, and the transparency doesn't look quite right on this screen. On my other computer, it looks great. You'll see it's syncing the chain, and it says it's 7 days behind. That's because this machine already had a copy of the chain on it, and it's doing it. Yours, when you do the install, you might very well see it saying that it's going to take 3 or 4 days or 7 days or something silly like that. It really doesn't. The calculations for how long it's going to take are always a little bit random. But there are some tricks that you can do. Um, you don't have to, you can just wait. You can just wait for it to sync, and you'll see the progress, and you'll see, okay, it's a brand new wallet, it's empty, there's nothing there, it's out of sync. It'll finish eventually. If you're impatient and you don't want to wait, and you're feeling pretty confident with your file manager, there's a shortcut. So I'll show you how. I'm going to exit out of the wallet, let it shut down. And then I am going to bring up my file manager. We'll see here I am in the downloads directory. And I'm going to go to the data directory where the wallet writes everything. So you go to your home directory And underneath that, there's a directory called app data. And this is where Windows puts data for apps. You may have to go into the view folder, show hidden files. I have that turned on. App data is by default a hidden file. I go in there and into roaming, and you'll notice down here there's a directory called ThoughtCore. This is an important directory. This is where all of the data is. And as long as you let it run for a little while, it'll look a lot like this one does. Backups directory is where it makes backups of your wallet. Every time you run, it makes a new backup of your wallet in there. That's not really a sufficient backup for a wallet, but at least it makes them. The other thing you'll see in here that's important is that wallet.dat file. That is your wallet. You should make copies of it. Keep them on other computers, on a thumb drive. Keep that safe because that's the keys to your money. The other things that are in here are the blockchain, blocks, change state, and EvoDB. Those three directories are the blockchain. That's what it's downloading into when it's doing the sync. It just so happens I make a backup of the chain about once a month. And I post that backup. And again, you can find the link to this on our Discord. Incidentally, if you want to install a node on Linux, the instructions for doing that are also at this very same site. But if we scroll down here, I've got a little link right here. And this is the blockchain backup. If I click on that, it's going to download. Now it's going to take a little bit. Okay, we're back and the download has finished. You'll notice that was, it was about 5 minutes. Wasn't too bad. So we open this zip file and you'll notice what's in here. Blocks, change state, and EvoDB. The same stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to remove those three things. Blocks, change state, EvoDB. I'm going to hit delete. They're gone. And then I'm going to go back over here to the zip file. I'm going to say extract it, and I'm going to tell it to extract into that folder. So app data, and then roaming, ThoughtCore. Right, that's the one where we want it. Extract, and it's going to do its thing. Okay. You'll notice I've got the files back in that directory. You can exit out of the zip file. Now we should be able to run again. Give it a second to come up. And you'll see it comes up with this little warning. Make sure to encrypt your wallet and delete all non-encrypted backups after you verified your wallet works. That's an important concept. We're going to show you how to encrypt the wallet. But first, we're going to let the wallet sync. Now you notice when it came up, it's saying like 4 days behind because I made that backup like 4 days ago. But it's going to go a whole lot faster than syncing the whole chain way back from the beginning. So we'll give it a second to sync up here. Okay, so now we have a fully current blockchain. Notice all the out of sync messages have disappeared. Now it's synchronizing with the master nodes so that it has all of that information as well. I'll just be a moment. And it's done. Completely up to date. It's a fully installed wallet. So you don't have to wait. You can, if you want to let it sync from the beginning, you can absolutely just go away and it'll take a few hours, depending on your network connection and speeds of your hard drives. It can take anything from a few hours up to maybe a day. It'll say some longer amount of time than that, but it really doesn't. Now, some very important things. Right here under the file menu, you'll see there's a backup wallet thing. But remember what the warning said. The warning said, encrypt your wallet first and then back it up. So under settings, there is encrypt wallet. You want to click on that and you want to enter a passphrase. This passphrase you must remember. There is no forgot password for this. If you forget this passphrase, you will not ever be able to get back into this wallet. You must remember it. I can't fix it for you. I'm going to put a passphrase in and I'm going to repeat it so that it matches. I'm going to click OK. And again, it's going to tell you the same thing I just told you. If you encrypt your wallet and you lose that passphrase, you lose all of the thought in that wallet. So I click yes. It's going to tell you the other thing that I just told you, which is any previous backups that you made, those are no longer valid. The only valid backup will be now backups of this encrypted wallet. Click OK. It will actually shut down, delete the old wallet. So if you want to run it again, well, you have to bring it back up. Of course, when it comes back up, it won't take very long because you were just synced. So it's going to connect up. It's going to find some peers, and then it'll sync right back up. And now you'll notice you have the options here enabled to unlock your wallet with that passphrase and to change the passphrase. You do, of course, have to remember what it was. Again, if you forget that, then that's sort of the end of that wallet. So don't forget it. And that is a fully functional wallet. Again, any support you need, go to the Discord, ask questions there. Also, you can email support@thought.live. That email pretty much comes to me, and I can answer questions there. But the Discord should be really your first place. There are lots of folks there who will absolutely answer your questions and help you over any issues you might possibly be having. Also, the instructions for loading the blockchain from the backup exist on the Discord. All right. So that's setting up a wallet, installing, syncing, restoring the blockchain from a backup, encrypting your wallet. Again, thanks for watching. And anything you need, please don't hesitate to get in touch through the Discord or any of our other social channels. Thanks a lot. Again, I'm Phil from Thought, and we'll talk to you soon, hopefully.